Hey everyone, welcome back to another Market Open live stream. So JPow comes to the rescue. JPow is testifying today in Congress and comes to the rescue with a statement released this morning. Mentions that here. At our June meeting, the committee discussed the economy's progress towards our goals since we adopted our asset purchase guidance last December. While reaching the standard of, quote, substantial further progress is still ways off, participants expect that progress will continue. So this right here is really chillaxing the market after yesterday's inflation readings. I think it's really the market almost needed to be coddled again. The market yesterday got a little sad and a little nervous that, oh no, if inflation is going to be up for in the month of April and May and June, then wait a minute, that's 3 months of inflation. It must not be temporary. The Fed must be wrong. There must be hyperinflation coming. And then Fed chair comes out today and says, no, we're still a while away. Chill out. And we continue to expect that it will be appropriate to maintain the current target range for the federal funds rate until labor market conditions improve and have reached levels consistent with the committee's assessment of maximum employment, and inflation has risen to 2% and is on a track to moderately exceed 2% for some time. The committee reiterated in our June policy statement, with inflation having run persistently below 2%, we will aim to achieve inflation moderately above 2% for some time, so that inflation averages 2% over some time. Now, he said the same thing over and over again, but the point is, the fact that he is reiterating it is helping the market chillax a little bit today, which is fair. I think it's funny because we've regularly said on this channel, you're probably not going to see solid inflection point, like a real inflection point. Maybe you'll see one earlier, but you're probably not going to see an inflection point until September or October. And the amount of folks in just the troll level comments yesterday of CPI is higher, Kevin's wrong. It's like, all right, whatever happened to September and October? Like waiting to September and October? Whatever happened to there's going to be lots of crazy inflation in between and inflation articles about it. So anyway, we'll stay the course here. And Jerome Powell is reiterating to that today, and that's why the market is behaving, in my opinion, the way it is, and it's much more green. Especially, look at this, American Airlines up. Well, there's a Webull update. American Airlines up 5%, QSI up about 5%, Alibaba 3.3, XL Fleet 265, Apple up again. Apple's about to hit 150. It's incredible. Nice run here by Apple. Plug Power 217, Southwest 159, Canopy 154, EXPI 143. Kind of scroll through here. Lots of green today. Actually, yeah, not a lot of red at all. I'd say was that about a page and a quarter of red. It's mostly green, I'd say. What's red today is Peloton. I wonder if Peloton is getting hurt by this Apple Pay thing. That's kind of interesting. In fact, let's try to align when when a firm got hit yesterday. So let's see. Peloton had some kind of pre-market move here. Sometimes that's indicative of some kind of news. Let's see when a firm got hit. There we go. So a firm got hit with the Apple news around 11:03, and Peloton. No, Peloton didn't really do anything after the Affirm news, so this must have been something different. We'll have to see what the scoop is there with Peloton in the morning. But anyway, Jerome Powell to the rescue. Towards the downside, we do have a little bit of cannabis down, cannabis ETF down, AMC down 1.47 now, 158 on Churchill, Shift Tech down a little bit, DD down a third. Pretty moderate downside day. And at the same time, you've got crypto. Looks like we finally got a little bit of a rebound here. Look at that. Went down to 31.6 on BTC and back to our resistance level now, which has been serving as a support, but look, we completely bounced right off of it. Anyway, let's listen in over here.
They have not yet, but they're both brokers. So talk to a Merrill broker, ask them where they are, where they're ever going to be. They're not coming back.
Well, I told you that the hybrid model at Goldman crushed it.
They are not coming back.
I bet you they don't even have as good numbers when they're home.
By the way, it's not clear to me if a financial advisor needs to be in the office. I'm not quite sure, but they're not, and that's a lot of their workforce is. I mean, they got a lot of them.
I think there's still not a lot of
bankers,
business travel, David, which you have hounded me on.
Yes.
Still not coming back.
Business travel, no. In fact, I was with a banker last night. Says, I want to travel. And this is what I hear from all my clients. You know what? If you want to come, we'll have dinner, but I'm not in the office.
Were you at Maria?
I'm not in the office.
Were you at Maria?
So I wasn't. I will be soon, but I wasn't last
This is what the Maria class, I call it. These are people who can go out to dinner versus the people who go to Bar San Miguel and they got an $8 beer. And that's about all they can afford.
I will not be there because I will be. Yeah. So I apologize.
I'm just saying that JPow, look, I think it's okay that people make a little more. I'm sorry that I sound like a communist.
No, I mean, it's 40 years of the pendulum swinging to capital instead of labor.
Can't we just have those people make a little more money? I mean, I wash dishes. My father fired me from that job.
All right, I'm going to jump on over.
Sensitive.
Okay, when we go to an ad. All right, well, we got to listen to Jim Cramer. Make sure to let everyone know that he is. It does not want to sound like a communist. Yeah, but he does want to see people get paid more. In the meantime, we'll figure out what's happening with Peloton. We'll also take a peek again here at a short interest, specifically at AMC, just to see, because yesterday we've had this larger kind of catalyst of short interest right back down. The estimates were revised down substantially. And I always find it so interesting when the estimates get suddenly revised down substantially. From 18.9% where we were a few days ago to 15.52 now. It's always interesting. Makes you wish that we had a little bit more transparent data. Utilization at 92%. All right, let's go ahead and also I'm going to get that Piton info really quick. So let's find out what's going on with Piton. Some of you mentioning there is a downgrade, so we'll take a peek at that. All right. Okay, so we have Piton stock slumps after longtime bull says it makes sense to stop buying. Well, yeah, I agree with that too. I think over $100 is, like over 105. That's where I watch. That's where I've become a watcher, not a buyer. So yeah, I actually agree with that person's analysis. Somebody's saying buy puts on Apple at open. Why'd you do that? I wouldn't do that. But not financial advice. Hey, Bitcoin just spiked a little bit. Take a look at this. It sort of happened overnight here. Bitcoin just jumped to 82.8. That's probably going to push back some of the other coins with it. Almost back to 20 cents on Doge, Ethereum 1989, and Cardano 126. Yeah, looks like we had a nice dip yesterday, down to 122-ish on Cardano. Let's take a peek at it. Let's see. Ooh, went down to under 120 yesterday briefly. Ooh, that's nice. When did that happen? Let's see here. Right around midnight. The midnight crash. And then the recovery. All right. Let's see. So what's news today? Let's find out. Let's go to Bloomberg here. Let's figure out what's news. Bloomberg.com. We looked at the Federal Reserve notes directly ourselves to see what we thought about those. We've got stock futures here. Let's go take a peek at the 10-year. Yesterday we did run back up from about 1.35 to 1.41. Looks like we are back after Jerome Powell comes to save the day. Back to 137. Take a peek at this. You almost see this sort of bleed out of that yield on the 10-year after Jerome Powell comes to the rescue. You know what they say, never fight the Fed. BOFA struggles with tepid loan income as consumers shun debt. Hey, there you go. Frugal decade. People never want to be in those financial situations again that they were in during the pandemic. Let's see. Struggling to build back its lending income as consumers flush with cash from government stimulus avoid taking on new debt. Loans and leases in consumer banking fell 12% from a year earlier. Net interest on income or net interest income was 10.3 bill last quarter. That metric, minus what the company pays depositors, was less than the estimates of 10.5 bill. Right, net interest revenue, because they pay out interest. Both look light. Okay. Trading revenue fell 14% last quarter. Investment banking fees fell 1.7%. Let's see. Bank of America fell 1.9% in trading. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so in other words, some expenses are going up, yet their trading and loan revenues are declining at Bank of America. Yeah, that's a bummer. Oh, what do we got over here? Let's give Bloomberg a shot.
Just getting a couple of details, some lines coming from the CEO, Mr.
This is a video specifically on Bank of America, since we're on a Bank of America article. Makes sense. Let's listen to what we got over here.
Taxes on cryptocurrency gains. Welcome, Katie Unanani, who joins us right now. Katie, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Now, let me get this right. You've got 7 nations, and you can sell me a passport from those 7 nations. And if I've got that passport, I don't have to pay capital gains tax on Bitcoin's gains. Is that right?
Well, it depends where you're coming from. For example, United States has a unique feature to its passport called citizenship-based taxation, which means if United States citizen resides in a foreign country, it will still be necessary to file taxes in the United States.
Right.
I believe it's one reason we've been seeing growth in number of people renouncing their U.S. citizenship.
Okay. Well, wait a second.
However, yeah,
Katie,
it's right. Those
Katie.
nations.
Well, wait a second. Look, I am an American citizen. I've got an American passport. I live in the United States. If I buy one of your passports from these 7 nations, that doesn't make any difference to me whatsoever. I've still got to pay capital gains taxes on Bitcoin gains, right? I've still got to pay.
If you still reside in the United States,
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So if I buy, so anybody who buys one of these,
Varney seems a little pissed.
those 7 nations, haven't they?
Yes, exactly. You would have to become a non-tax resident of the country you're currently a citizen of, which again, it's really hard with the United States. And you don't necessarily.
This happens to be a show that like most people in the U.S. watch compared to other countries.
High tax nations, and then you will be able to take advantage of the tax regime those nations provide.
Okay. And how many people have paid you $200,000 for these passports?
You will be surprised how much interest there is regarding
interest.
Second citizenship. Taxation is not the only reason people relocate or obtain a second passport. For many people, it's a simple plan B, a second option as a hedge against their government. For other countries,
crypto passport, and they're selling it for 200 grand. Oh my gosh!
A lot.
How many?
I cannot tell.
Okay, to people from where?
I work with mostly English-speaking countries, so Australia, Canada, UK, United States, but it's not limited to that. I look at government as service providers. So just like with your internet or cell company, you would look for a better product for you personally.
I don't know. I think this is sounds shady. don't know what's going on over there. I'm gonna just slowly back away from that one, or not really. We'll just abruptly leave.
You know, we're not suggesting any dramatic spike in Treasury rates, but moving towards the targets I talked about, that seems imminently reasonable to me.
Kathy, final word on this, and final question from me. Every single cycle over the last several cycles has seen a lower peak in the Fed funds rate and a lower peak in 10-year yields as we add more debt to the economy. Does more debt equal lower yields? And can you make the argument, and I assume you can't, given what you've told me already, that yields have peaked already for this cycle?
You know, I don't know. The 10-year peak is 175 or 180, something like that. Maybe we hit the peak. I think it might be a mid-cycle peak. This is a very unusual cycle, but I will say it all comes down to the Fed's reaction function. If you expect yields to continue down, then you expect the Fed to tighten sooner rather than later. If you think there's room for yields to move up, it's because you think the Fed will stay good to its word and not react too quickly.
Or the data comes in hotter, Kathy, or it's a data change.
I'm sorry, what will the data change?
Or the data comes in hotter. It's not necessarily a shift in reaction function. They might just be wrong about their forecasts.
Well, that's certainly a possibility. But I think if Powell sits here and says we're patient and they stay patient, then inflation expectations rise. It gives us a longer runway for inflation to build up and growth to build up. And I think that's what lifts yields. If they come in and they say, you know what, we were wrong, we need to act sooner rather than later, then yeah, the peak is in and we're going lower.
That's the heart of the matter right now as we await that Chairman Powell testimony. Kathy Jones, Vichy Tirupatur, thank you very much for being with us.
Well, we already have what he's going to say. I think what he says is he's waiting for the Q&A testimony, so not the initial opening remarks, right, which we already have. But yeah, there'll be a lot of listening to JPow today to see what his commentary is in response to questions. All right, so getting into the sticks again here. Piton leading the way down on that downgrade about not buying around this price here. That certainly would help a stock fall a little bit, less buying pressure. And moving to the upside, we have some couple momentum movers over here. QSI, Ashford, American Airlines, Alibaba, Sundial. Here we go, Sundial. Let's see this here. Sundial. Gosh, we've been so range bound for a while here. Let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, look at this. Just sort of consolidating between this, 80 cents here and $1. Yeah, here, now it doesn't look too range bound, but now it does. But anyway, actually right now sitting right below this support line that we have. We had this line drawn for a while here. This is 0.929. Let's see here. It looks like it's trading above 0.86 here. Yeah. All right, we'll watch that. Let's see, EXPI. Wow, 3% today after losing 4 yesterday. Upwork, up again. Here's one that really snuck back since May. Look at how low this was in May. In May, we went down to May 13th, went down to $35, and it's really been straight up since then. I mean, you're almost at a double since May. It's incredible. Let's listen in to Kramer for a bit.
I'm saying we got to see how many people stay with Disney and don't leave. Okay, I know the Searchlight guys that probably bother you that they left, but I am saying this is a neutral piece, and I'm kind of there, but I really want to be a little more itching to be more positive. And Michael did not give me enough to itch.
He didn't.
No, I mean, it was
Somebody-
like this was like, you know what this was like? It was like calamine.
Somebody got to you, Kramer.
It's calamine.
Got to you.
Someone got
Made
to
that
me.
bold decision on Disney, and then somebody got to you. I don't know who. I'm going to get to that bottom of this stuff. All right, we got an opening bell a few minutes away. By the way, remember, you can catch us anytime, anywhere. You can find out who put the arm on Kramer. Let's walk on the streets. Opening Bell Podcast.
Oh my God.
Oh dear. Okay. All right. Let's get back over here. Let's see what we got. All right. So things relatively stable from leading into the open here. Bitcoin recovered slightly here, 32.7. We've really been stuck a bit here on crypto. Let's see. I did see Ethereum looks like a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Getting back over its support line. 1942 had a solid gap beneath it. It's been a little bit rough here for crypto for the last bit. This is on the hour candlestick. Go out to the day here. Yeah, we can really see that consolidation, that volatility reduce, the consolidation around this price point here. Similar story at most sets of crypto. Bitcoin still got that big old head and shoulders here, which you can see here. But zooming in here, since we got so many different lines, there we go. Shows where we're range bound and trading now. I'll go to the 30-minute here. Here we go. Hey, trying to break through. Good. Sitting at 32.7 approximately right now. Okay, so Let's see here. Shift Technologies, almost $9 right now. Tilray, just another cannabis play, up 3.31. Affirm bouncing back 2.75% after yesterday's disaster. I just turned 18. Oh, congratulations. That's awesome. Congratulations. All right. We've got OGI, First Majestic, Tilray, Newegg, Teladoc, 23andMe, Qualcomm. These guys all sitting around 2% here. Kind of modest Fed gains here. That's what I'd say. It's like your basic Fed pump gives everyone a nice 2% head start. you want a basic level of Fed pumping. That's what you get. And you get along with that you get a regular statement that substantial further progress is still a ways out. And that's pretty much all you hang your hat on. You're like, oh, good enough for me. We've got about 1:30 seconds to the opening bell, which, since we are talking about bells, we do have that 40% off coupon code expiring. And what is it? We had a weekend? No, 8 days. 8 days. I think it's next Thursday. Oh, that's crazy. It's already next Thursday. But anyway, take a look at that. Link down below. Okay, we've got CNBC on commercial. Let's maybe see if Varn's got anything to say for the minute before the bell.
That has shocked the supply system with shortages.
And yet, the stock market is going up again. I'm looking at the NASDAQ now, up 100. The Dow's up 113. How do you explain that? I mean, if
the Fed's not going to
inflation, we're listening, we hear what the Fed's saying, but we all feel this inflation, and yet the market stocks still go up. Explain it.
Well, I think the stock market's looking at the bond market, and if bond yields aren't going to go up with all the inflation pressures we've seen of late, the conclusion can only be that the Fed has rigged the bond market. The bond market isn't really a market. The Fed just keeps buying bonds in size, $120 billion per month, and that's kept the bond yield artificially low. If the bond market was free to...
It sounded very Trumpian. Billion. Let's listen to the bell over here at CNBC. But yes, it is true. The Fed's been buying $120 billion of bonds for a while. And it does help keep rates low. That's the point, after all.
Recent move, right? It was flat only a few weeks ago.
People must have known that the orders were coming through. By the way,
wow, really? Only one person? It was like yesterday too. Nobody wants to ring the bell to pay to ring the bell today.
Now that he's not buying
Green.
the SAS Institute, which sounds like a charity for FPPC.
All right, let's see if we get any momentum movers today. So we are looking for some kind of movers here. Crypto, Affirm just bounced up a tiny little bit. So let's see here. Affirm, going to the minute chart. Yeah, nice open on Affirm. Very good. Let's go grab AMC. AMC vacillating here. Did get a chunk of volume. I mean, that's low volume though for the first minute so far. First minute's not done yet, but 3 million shares. Yeah. Okay. 2.866. Yeah, that's not exciting. Volume goes down. You start getting red. American Airlines 5.5%. Wow, big push there. American. MREN down 2.71. Piton, Meta. These guys all losing a little bit. Churchill down 2. There's AMC. AMC bobbing around 1.83 on Workhorse. Piton worsening here. It's down 3.5% now. MMAT down about 4.5. To the upside. Hey, look, here goes Newegg. There you go. Newegg's running. Oh my gosh. Just out of nowhere. Just out of nowhere here on Newegg. Now up 10, 11%. Newegg's clearly a bit of a runner right now. It is pushing back down though, 8 to 9%. Nope, never mind. Now 12%. Oh my gosh, the volatility is insane. Wow. And here goes Newegg. American Airlines 5.75%. That's a lot for American. I'm going to pull up to see what's going on with American quickly. Let's take a peek at American, but also watch Newegg this morning.
Always executive.
Yes,
Call him
the only
executive.
M&A attorney you know by name, and so you name him a lot.
Yeah, I do, because
Yeah.
he's also entertaining and
He is.
terrific and nice.
Wonderful.
All right, so Compass Minerals. David, you're probably not familiar with it, but
No.
they just,
American Airlines and Delta open higher following positive forecasts. Okay. And this is despite U.S. airline traffic falling 12% yesterday, but being up 200% year over year. Delta sees second half profits as business travel picks up. Ooh, that's juicy. Just the fact that they said those words, that's big.
I know, we're looking at a picture of Lena Khan. We moved
CMP.
on. We've moved
CMP.
on. CMP. Okay.
Lena Khan's really yet to do anything. I
No,
mean,
but everybody's very scared of her. So
they are
Compass
scared of
Minerals
her.
is
It's
up.
really interesting. It's kind of
Yeah.
like a TR.
Ooh, I like that. That tune's taking me back.
Yeah. By
Yeah.
the time we get to Woodstock, Lena Khan's going to crush it.
Really?
All right, Jim. Let's pull up
Little
Jim
semi
Cramer
defender.
here. Okay, so we got some
More than
mid-range
last
trading
year.
stocks,
But yeah,
but really most of the action to the upside focused right now on American Airlines and Newegg, and to the downside, Peloton, MREN, Meta Materials, Lordstown Motors, a lot of momentum here. AMC worsening. Yeah, AMC sitting at 37.97 right now, down 3.63%. Back to Varnes.
J&J, I have my Moderna. And they're suing the Florida Surgeon General for not allowing that information. That Norwegian says it's a matter of life and death in close quarters of a cruise ship. But you know the story. Florida banned the use of COVID passports. So the workaround is Royal Caribbean, they're recommending vaccination. Carnival is requiring unvaccinated to buy travel insurance if they're sailing out of Florida. So I guess you're not as liable. The issue is kids. Kids aren't vaccinated. So what do you do with them?
The other issue, of course, is liability.
Yeah.
You get on a, let's not get into it, but liability is a big problem right there.
So-
But the cruise lines, all of them up today. Peloton down 3.8%. Why? Wedbush, that's an investment firm, they downgraded the company. They say Peloton's customer engagement is falling as gyms reopen, down 3.7%. And then we have Lululemon. I believe it's up, not bad, nearly 2%. Goldman thinks they've got more room to grow. Is that
Yeah,
it?
and they gave them a $447 price target. They added them to the conviction buy list and initiated coverage with a buy. So what's so great about Lululemon now that, you know, we all wore high-waisted leggings, or I did, most women did during the pandemic. It's more flattering. You know, you cover everything up.
What you
And they're
say.
pretty comfortable with the right elastic. Lululemon is a
we're
strong
gonna-
brand, and
Jump back to
In
CNBC.
half, satellite company, but the SEC has charged them and come after them in a big way this
Did
morning.
they ever?
I mean, you've got the complaint here. Where is
Brilliant.
It?
I
Did you
hear
take
it.
it
The
back?
complaint's just nothing but brilliance.
Yeah,
Here's the-
I've got the press release already.
Oh,
but
okay.
you got
Well,
the
okay. You
complaint.
want the complaint? I got the complaint.
No.
I read the complaint.
I know.
Mikel,
Here's the complaint. We're just holding it up for you so you can see it.
Administrative
Okay.
proceedings.
But let me give you the specifics on it as you take a. By the way, it's still trading above 10.
Well, that's crazy.
Here's the quote from Gensler. The case, well, let me get to the charges, okay? They allege the company misled investors. All right, now let's read the quote first. The case illustrates risk inherent to SPAC transactions, as those who stand to earn significant profits from a SPAC merger may conduct inadequate due diligence and mislead investors. And that's key to the case here, Jim. They allege the companies misled investors about their technology, about national security risks, in terms of the former CEO.
Well, hold on,
and-
Dave. Come on, give the best line.
Go ahead.
Investors have been told that it successfully tested its propulsion technology in space, when in fact the company's only in space tested failed to achieve its primary building.
everything
David, they
was
call
off here.
it what is it called? What road?
Stable road.
Screen door slams.
Yeah, screen door slams. Mary
Ouch.
Jo waves. Like a vision. Oh,
So
man.
this is a company called Momentous. Let's take a peek at this here. This is SEC charges blank check firm Stable Road space startup Momentous with misleading claims. Ouch. Blank check company Stable Road. SEC said companies and Stable Road company chief executive agreed to pay $8 million to resolve the allegations. Wow. $8 million fine. Aye. Early stage space transportation company repeatedly told investors that it had successfully tested its propulsion technology in space when its only in-space test had failed to achieve its primary objectives or demonstrate the technology's commercial viability. Ouch. Oh, man. Settlement gives investors the chance to redeem their cash. Case illustrates the inherent risks to SPAC transactions. Ooh. Ooh. Ouch. Okay. Interesting. All right, back over here at the sticks. We've got AMC down 4.8%. Peloton bobbing around that 4% radius here. Somewhere, yep. Sort of just bobbing around. You've got, it's going over here. AMC sitting at 4.4% to the downside. Yeah, Arcimoto 277. And Newegg 6.4. American Airlines 6.5. Wow. Some big moves on the airlines there. Spirit Airline pushing up too, even though business travel isn't even a big portion of Spirit's biz. In fact, it's not. But talk about business travel resuming, really apparently pushing American Airlines well here. Still a commercial for Fox. Let's look at Delta here. Delta Airlines. Yeah, pretty flat though for Delta. It's really just American. That's interesting. American and Spirit moving here. How's our favorite JetBlue? It's not really our favorite. JetBlue also doing well. Let's see. Try to find where it is. JetBlue. Let's see what we got. Y'all late. JetBlue 2 by 2 hours. Sorry, I can't leave it down. I don't know why I can't find JetBlue. JBlue. There we go. It's up 2.59% today. Found it. All right. All right. Let's take a look at AMC here. AMC down. Yeah, AMC just rotating down right now. 4.65%. Let's go ahead and see if Jim's changed topics. If we're still sitting on the same squawk.
It's this man. Any of you guys met Charlie? First time I saw him, he basically called me an idiot. Second time I saw him, he called me an idiot. By the time I saw him third time, it was he said a party. It would be awkward. My wife was here. He couldn't call me an idiot.
It's funny. When I met Charlie, he couldn't have been nicer. Said I'm one of the smartest guys he knows. Yeah. I mean, maybe he just speaks the truth. Really? Yeah. No, actually, that's not true.
It's a complete fabrication. I mean, for a second there, David.
We did have a good time. We went to.
Oh no, I love him. He's got a huge dog. He's got one of the big. I am pro dog. He is the biggest dog I've ever seen. Charlie and Amy, nice people. But Charlie instantly explain to me how I didn't know anything. It's kind of the first thing he said to me.
But by the way, he's been in that job for a while. There were a lot of challenges at Wells Fargo. Are you saying that he's through many of those and that there's clear sailing ahead?
AMC all of a sudden really red candle sticking here. Look at this. Ooh, real sell-off here. Down right now to 37.12. The volume's just horrible. It's very, very bad volume. It's not good at all. Let's take a look here. Tesla. Oh, Tesla's also red, huh? Dancing around 667 here. What a mixed market. Yet, oh, EARS is up 9.4% now. Wait, how's it up 9.4%? But oh, it ran like crazy here in the pre-market. Okay, I was gonna say it's straight down. All right, back to CNBC.
Up some good interviews. Let's
Can we do that?
Yeah, let's do
it. Is Todd Boehner?
Yeah, look, I made a promise that I would hold my shares of AMC for a year. I really do not care what the price does at all. Obviously, I wanted to go up for everyone to benefit in the community. But yeah, I don't care if it goes down. I'm not going to sell.
Out of Bush.
You're not in a. I'm like I've made this clear. I'm not in AMC for fundamental reasons. It's community reasons. You know, we want to work together. Fight for that transparency. Let's keep going.
People trying to go outside.
Is this a late bell?
Bush's general point is consumers have a lot more options now, right, both inside and outside of the home.
Can't hear a word he's saying. Let's go ahead and jump on over to Fox. I know they're saying the same thing about Peloton as Fox was saying.
Email your job questions to the address on screen and get answers on a Making Money special. Proud American, July 21st.
No están solos. Si Cuba está en la calle, Miami también.
All right. Let's then jump on over to CNBC. They're going to talk about a blocked highway. So Emeren down 7%. You've got AMC down 6.23%. P-Town down about 5%. I'm going to say 5%. It's a little bit of an overreaction on this news, but okay. Churchill Capital down 4.17. Lordstown Motors 366. Let's see, Virgin Galactic back to $36. Let's take a look at this one. I'm going to go to the day chart here. Yeah, and look at this. I mean, you really just get an example here of peak media creating a downtrend, and the actual flight creating a pre-market spike, which isn't reflected here. And now that media is gone, and we've got a little bit of a rotation. Not so great, unfortunately. Komodo down 378, Lordstown 366. Let's go ahead and see what other news we have. Let's go to Bloomberg. Now we can even listen to Bloomberg. Let's listen in here while we look at the website.
From 4,400. Julian, when I'm feeling anxious, can I join a client call with you one day just to feel a little bit more relaxed?
Anytime.
I'd love that. Julian Emanuel's going to stick with us alongside Stuart Kaiser as we work our way through this market. Let's get you some more movers back at the market desk. Here's Abby.
John, it's all about big tech today, really taking it away. And this has a lot to do with rates lower because, of course, it takes the valuation pressure off.
Cathie Wood sells China tech stocks, warning of valuation reset. Cathie Wood has been selling Chinese tech stocks, with holdings in one of the firm's funds falling to the lowest. With one of the firm's funds falling to the lowest on record as Beijing's crackdown on the sector intensifies. What was she buying? Let's see here. Okay, ETF, talk about ARK. Well, be nice if they would show us which one. I'll get to the bottom of it. I would find out. Okay, here. We'll jump on over. Let's listen to CNBC. Let's see, was it DD?
Vanguard manages $7 trillion in assets. Charles Schwab manages $3.8 trillion. Robinhood manages $80 billion. 1% of what BlackRock and Vanguard manage. Now, Robinhood has a lot of wonderful investors that have a lot of small amounts of money. BlackRock and Vanguard and Schwab have a lot of investors that have much larger accounts that are there. I'm just pointing out where the actual money is and perhaps where we sort of focus some of our observations overall here. Meantime, the IPOs keep coming. Kenny Dicker's behind me just rang the bell for his company, went public a little while ago.
It looks like I don't know which company this is. Let me see what this is. But here's a sell that went through. Yeah, this is a Chinese company that went through. And so this has been a sell for her. And what's another one here? She bought Coinbase yesterday. Tencent. That's probably the bigger one. It's a big sell order. 357,000 shares of Tencent stock. Let's see. 72.7 times 350. What was it? 357, something like that. Oh, yeah. They sold almost $26 million of Tencent. Whoa. It's a lot. There you go. In the meantime, S&P hits record high.
It's better. It's made some money. It's not losing money. But you see what happens. All the money's made on the first day there. Meantime, this week, a lot of them, I mentioned 15 of them.
Thanks, Tim Smith, on that Fox interview.
Global tech franchise, 20.3 million, 15 to 17. Should price tonight And maybe we'll see Mark Wahlberg. Who knows tomorrow, Carl? That would be a lot of fun. Bring some celebrities back on the floor. Remember when that happened all the time? Every day, movie stars were coming down here.
Yes.
You know, the Marvel Universe people. I miss that.
Yeah, I see a lot of talk about Baba, but I don't actually see her having put a sell in for that yesterday.
We'll see if Wahlberg will maybe come to the mic. Maybe Kramer can chase him down.
Oh my God, yes. Done.
Bob, thanks. Bob Pisani. As we go to break, take a look at Treasuries and how they're faring this morning. We did get PPI coming in pretty hot, 7.3 year on year. And of course, Fed Chair Powell's testimony on Capitol Hill. House Financial Services begins right around noon, 10-year 1376. And the Dow above 35K. Back in a moment.
All right. Going back to the sticks. Let's go take a peek over here. We've got Cardano 127, Ashford Hospitality up about 10%. Got some marijuana stocks rotating to the upside. Affirm sitting at 3.3%. Shift Technologies 3.02. Apple 1.94. Very nice. Very nice. Got Alphabet 1.05. Square 0.88. And then still to the downside here, Emren and AMC, Piton, same thing here. Roblox, DoorDash, Churchill Capital, yeah. Good spread here. Very interesting. Enphase sitting at 181, CRISPR Therapeutics, Blue Apron. And here's Lemonade and Tesla, sitting both down about 1%. DocuSign rotating down a little bit too. DocuSign down about 281, down about 0.62%. Okay. Sort of a modest mixed day, with the exception of some particular leading losers here, like AMC, Piton, Arcimoto. Let's go ahead and give Fox a shot again.
The S&P at 43.86. All three major indicators actually are on track for a record closing level today. How about that? Want to know what President Biden thinks about Republican-backed voting laws? All right, listen to this.
21st century Jim.
At Straight Down.
Oh, it's commercial.
We didn't come to the game to be the same as everyone else.
Bloomberg.
Since the Great Depression. That, for me, says the progressives are going to line up behind him. Really, you need to watch out for what are the moderates of the party going to be saying. The likes of Senator Joe Manchin.
This is going to be for the infrastructure package and the budget.
To get this $3.5 trillion human infrastructure, think Medicare, think child care costs. Can they get that through the Senate?
Anne-Marie, thank you. Alongside Tom Keene at lunchtime, 12 Eastern. Looking forward to that on Balance of Power a little bit later. Still with us, Jen and Emmanuel of BTIG and Stuart Kaiser of UBS. Just a final word from you both on Bank of America's fund manager survey out yesterday with the following headline.
Legalization of cannabis. Take a look at my TikTok at Real Meat Kevin. And watch the last post there. Or watch the video I made yesterday about California is insane. Don't buy this stock. And then you hear some thoughts on exactly that.
Part of the reason that the equity market has done as well as it has year to date is because, out of the...
Yeah, Jess, I think it's really just momentum being down today. But a lot of other things, like some of the airlines, are doing very well.
The lower the probability is that you're going to get taxes, but you're still going to get spending. In our view, look, the question is not whether you're going to grow 6.5.
Thoughts on Larry Elder? Not much. Not much. More Republicans to divide the vote is actually really good for us.
You're going to grow north of 3% in 2023, and we are planting the elements and the seeds for that to happen.
Final words, Stu.
Yeah, I mean, I think it makes a difference on the margin, Jonathan. But, the fact is, I think people are expecting a relatively large, spending program anyway. So I think this is sort of marginal impact on what the outlook is going to be. Our view is as you get into the second half, a lot of this, the spending.
Oh, I forgot to mention, remember, this weekend I'll be in Bakersfield. So if you are going to be around Bakersfield this weekend, come to my rally, go to meetkevin.com and sign up. I can't wait to see you at Bakersfield. Got to remind you that. Bakersfield. It's going to be fun this weekend. I'll see you there. And also worth mentioning that we're going to have our course member live stream here soon. And if you want to join that, remember, use that coupon code link down below and join me. 40% off for another 8 days. And then the price will be going up again. No additional extensions. The price will be going up.
Stuart Kaiser of UBS and BTIG, respectively. With your sector price action, here's our stocks editor, Dave Wilson.
Thanks, John. You got 8 of the 11 main industry groups higher within the S&P 500. Tech stocks leading the way, largely because of our report that Apple plans to build 20% more iPhones this year than it has in past years. You're seeing shares of Apple's chip suppliers move up as well. Financial stocks notably weak after Bank of America's results didn't go over so well. Airlines, though, are worth focusing on. You had American come out late yesterday and talk about how it expects a slight pre-tax profit for the second quarter. Shares are up almost 6%. Now, this is a group that has really kind of pulled back in the last...
No, I disagree that Larry is a distraction. I think folks realize that a Republican governor in California is going to get nothing done over the next year. Nothing. And that's the pettiness of California politics. I hate identity politics. I hate it. But let's be real. When you have a supermajority of Democrats, and in Larry Elder's announcement video, he basically calls his odds a long shot and says that it's very difficult to deal with California politics. He's like, it's an ungovernable state, especially as a Republican governor. When that's how he opens up on Hannity, come on. All right, let's keep going. Bloomberg's on commercial. All right, let's go back. Let's go over here. There you go. Oh, no. They literally all coordinated their commercial on that one. Oh, wow. Yep. Nope. Everything just coordinated a TV commercial. That's funny. All right. Fine then. All right. So sticks again. All right. So AMC at 4.93. Churchill's down 4.26 right now. Piton 3. Piton actually recovering. Very nice. Piton recovering after the nonsense. Oh yeah, Sakura. I did see that news. Yeah, it's pretty funny. He missed his own deadline. Tried to sue to change that. Didn't happen. So yeah, let's see here. Churchill. Okay. I'm really just anxiously looking for buy the dip opportunities, and I'm just not seeing it. It's very annoying. It's one of those things where, well, look, Apple's pulling back a little bit again. I mean, I've got plenty of Apple, and I don't like chasing things as they go up. eBay, Alphabet. How's Google doing? Let's look at Google the last few days. My voice sounded different on Fox. I don't know about that. I don't think I sounded different. But then again, what do I do? So let's go to the day chart here. Yeah, Google's just been crushing it. Just absolutely crushing it. Let's see. eBay, Western Digital, Apple, Express, Twitter. Just sort of taking a peek here at the middle ground. Build-A-Bear back up 17.3 again. Pinterest up a little bit. Trade Desk up a little bit. You don't want to go all in on some of these things as they go up. You want to try to do that before they go up. Ubiquity 304. AMC still down about 5 now about 6.11. Rotating to that downside again. Yikes. All right, what else? What else we got? Kramer, what do you got?
Gift. Did you shop?
No, it was a gift.
Okay. But yeah, I think there's stuff.
They're nice.
Look, I wear, not that museum.
When do you wear it? All you wear is a suit. Who are you kidding?
I have a 4 a.m. workout and I wear it.
Okay. You don't wear a suit when you work out and a tie?
It wouldn't surprise anybody.
You know what? I think the problem is they're Briones. If I could get a couple Zanias, I would do it to them.
A little more give.
Yeah.
How about the Armanis that the Italians
Oh, the baggy.
Oh my God, I can get that Armani
double pleat.
That soccer outfit. They wear double pleat. I can't do that.
No.
I can't get away with a single breast.
That's very gecko.
You know.
Jim, how about Mad Money tonight? What's on?
All right. Well, we're pretty much at a similar spot right now. We've got the news basically taking their time going on commercials. The biggest news this morning was just JPow coming out, reiterating again inflation targets, mentioning substantial further progress is still a ways off. That continued buying was really good for crypto. Crypto's loving hearing that. So crypto's doing very well. Airlines coming out saying there's a return to business travel. So we're seeing American do very well on that news. We're seeing Spirit Airlines, not sure how it's correlated with business travel, but Spirit Airlines move up just a little bit more than a couple percent. Apple Trade Desk up about 1.9. Alphabet up 144 again. That's just the sneaky one that keeps sneaking up on you. Personally love Google stock. It's a good holding of mine as well. AMC, Churchill, Peloton, these folks down. Piton down on a Wedbush downgrade, although it's been recovering here. So it'll be interesting to see if we can get rid of all that red on the day. We'll see. Metamaterials down 3.38 again as the momentum continues past its peak media event. And Neo 1.66, Workhorse 135. And yeah, folks, sign up for Bakersfield. Find me in Bakersfield this weekend. Go to meetkevin.com to do so. If you want to check out the courses linked down below, go to, I think it's metkevin.com/join, but that link is down below, and use that coupon code I'm not leaving. All right, folks, thanks so much for being here. I got to leave now. Thanks again. We'll see you later. Bye.